Prime XPT is the most powerful trading platform offering immediate access to over 30 assets. Trade cryptocurrencies, forex, commodities, stock indices, and much more, all from a single Bitcoin settled account. Visit the link below and start trading on Prime XPT in minutes.
All right, what's up, guys? Welcome to today's stream. I get a nice hat. What do you think about my hat? I know it's probably too early, but I don't care. It's we're having this third anniversary and Christmas celebration today. So, or not today. We're having it the whole a couple of days, weeks. I don't know. I'm not sure. Should probably have prepared that intro better. Right. So today we got Christmas coming up. We have the anniversary and everything. So I'm thinking we're gonna do this. I'm gonna do this stream for you guys, right? Like every stream, but any questions, any shortening request, anything like that, I'm gonna be focusing on your questions today and your any shortening requests that you might have. Obviously, we're gonna take a look at Bitcoin. We're gonna take a look at some altcoins. We're gonna take a look at some active setups that we have in the Birdnest right now, and we're gonna talk about the anniversary and Christmas celebration. If you guys are not signed up to the newsletter yet, you need to sign up to the newsletter because we're gonna be sending out codes, gifts, lots of stuff over the celebration period. So make sure to go to thebirdnest.com/newsletter. Sign up to the newsletter, and of course, if you want to try out the Birdnest trading community, you go to birdnest.com, you press this sign up for free, and you get to this site where you can sign up for a free membership. But remember, it's very important that you guys sign up for the newsletter. Right, let's take a look at we're gonna start off by taking a look at Bitcoin. So I posted this chart yesterday on Twitter with a video explanation of what I'm thinking and what I'm looking at in terms of Bitcoin's future price action. And what we're seeing right here is the potential start of the breakdown, right? So I've read in here that prices currently holding the 20 EMA and the 4 hour, which is this yellow line right here. You can see this 4 hour candle just touching that moving average right now, and like I've written, I have this general area right here at around 22,900. I would say about around 23k is my invalidation level for this current range right here. And if we break this range or this level to the downside, I'm gonna be looking at this trend line right here, confluent with the 382. But if that dump happens tomorrow or the day after tomorrow, this will most likely not be as valid as it is right now. So if we're gonna get a dump right now, I do anticipate a low time frame bounce or just a short-term consolidation around the 382 Fibonacci level, around the 21.5k area. And but if we start a down move here, looking at the current structure, if we break this current low time frame structure that we're seeing right now, I do think it's very likely that we are going to see a move down closer to the 19 to 20k area. And it's all explained in this chart right here. You can see the I think I've and you also have the Bitcoin report in the Discord server, of course. So if you're not in the Discord server, you need to check it out. You can go to I think it's thebirdnest.com/discord. Not sure about that one, but you should know, right? Just join the free trial and you're in, right? So we got this long setup in play right now. Not sure how that's looking right now. Gonna load the chart here, and we're gonna take a look at Algo USDT and EGLD. I guess we'll take a look at USDT and the BTC pair on EGLD, and then after that I'm gonna do a quick scan of the forex market. All right, so we're seeing the first sign of a breakdown right here. We are in the process of my algo here is printing printed buy signal right here at the breakout, and it's now showing that we're if this 4-hour candle closes like this or around this area, we should exit that long. But this long is not you know, based on the algo. This long is just based on a possible breakout formation here on Bitcoin. But right now, what we're seeing right now is a possible breakdown, right? The like I've described in the Twitter post yesterday and the video is, you can go back to this chart right here. And which one is it? This one, right? So like I've written here, if we break this structure to the downside, I'm planning to exit the long and enter a possible short hedge to hedge my spot BTC exposure, because I have some spot BTC exposure, right? And I don't want to lose, you know, too much on that move down. So in case we do break this current structure to the downside, I'm looking to enter a hedge short to hedge that position. And if we see the type of price action I'm looking for down here, the type of bullish price action, like a, you know, W in the 4-hour daily or something like that, or just a, you know, just a bounce here and a reclaim of this level, I might exit that short position, because that's most likely the bounce of the breakout area, and we're most likely going to see continuation to the upside, right? Because Bitcoin is very bullish, right? It's very bullish on the low time frame, the medium time frame, the high time frame. So for the trend to continue up is definitely, especially now that we're pretty much into price discovery mode, it's definitely, you know, the probability of continuing higher is, in my opinion, definitely higher than starting a downtrend right now. Because, you know, as they say, the trend is your friend until the end of trend, and we haven't really seen the end of trend. Like, we haven't even seen any signs of an end of trend. I mean, we're extremely bullish, right? But it's important here not to get lost in the low time frames, because if you look at the 5-minute, the 50-minute, you're probably gonna get, you know, probably gonna shit your pants when you see, you know, these moves right here, right? But it's important to zoom out and really judge the price action by the higher time frame candle closes. And in my opinion, the one very important thing to watch here is the daily shot, where you see that you have the daily 20 EMA right above the breakout area, and the 50 EMA on a daily coming slowly up into the breakout area. And I do view these areas as our major support areas, because it's the 2017 major, you know, all-time highs. So this is the all-time high areas. And if you look at the weekly, I'm going to show you the clean shot right here. It's just absolutely beautiful, right? Just absolutely beautiful. Let me show you here. Right, so I mean, what the fuck? I mean, look at this. This is just incredible. So we've really broken out of a major area here, and the Bitcoin chart is just looking extremely bullish. And the more time we spend above this area, without testing it, the higher the probability is that we're gonna get a bounce in that area, right? Because the longer price stays above this major resistance area, the more time the market has to accept Bitcoin above 20K, right? So if we just get a massive dump tomorrow below 20K, that might mean that the market hasn't given itself enough time to actually accept Bitcoin above previous all-time high levels, right? But if we keep ranging above here for our next couple of days, comes down and bounces nicely off this level, you know, we're seeing a completely new cycle for Bitcoin. And you know, Bitcoin below you know, the 20K area might not happen in a while. We're seeing some strong volatility right now. Looks like we're breaking down right now. So it looks like the long is most likely going to get stopped out here, because we're getting that breakdown right now. And usually, you know, this is what will happen, right? So what I would recommend here is keep the stop here, and I'm gonna be looking at a hedge short here. I still have a fairly large position on my Bitcoin holdings. I'm still gonna make way more money if Bitcoin goes up, right? And I'm not gonna make that much money on the short. I'm using the short as a hedge to hedge against too much, you know, just to lose, not to lose too much on my Bitcoin holding. And I have my Bitcoin on the my ledger, which obviously I can't just transfer that over quickly to an exchange and you sell it. So that's why I'm looking to right. So this setup just got stopped out, and we are now looking. I am looking for continuation or moves to the downside, right? So let me see. We got the hourly right here. So we have now broken this. Well, not really. We haven't. We've just wicked below, but we're most likely gonna break that area to the downside. And if we start to close, I'd say a 4-hour open and close below 22,700, I'm gonna be looking at that hedge short, right? And that's gonna look like this, right? Just something like this, right? Where I want to, or kind of want to, what happened here? Weird. Right, so where I just want to, short whenever we have that breakdown and stops above this level, right? Something like that. So that's just to keep my spot exposure and not lose too much, right? And this short position, I would use the amount of leverage that would be almost as big as the spot holdings, right? So the short would be worth almost as much as the spot holdings, so that I will go at, if I take profit on the short down here, I'm gonna be at break even when considering the loss on the spot holdings, right? So that's what we're looking at. That's what I'm looking at on Bitcoin right now. We just hit that 236 right there. We're kind of holding the 236, and I have a feeling that this is just temporary, right? This holding this level is just temporary. I do want a move to the downside. I really do want that that move to the downside. It's in my opinion way better for Bitcoin if we move down here and retest the major breakout level and then see continuation to the upside, right? It feels more like a healthy retracement in a overall bullish structure, right? So let's get to log into the actual exchange and prepare some stuff. By the way, guys, like if you don't have two-factor authorization on your exchanges and Twitter and everything, definitely consider getting it. Because now that the more popular crypto becomes, the more Bitcoin pumps, the more scams and the more hackers we're gonna see in this space. So it's very important to have your security really be on top of things when it comes to your security. We have actually, I think we've released some good articles on that in the Nest Club. So let me just go to the right. So the 4-hour candle closes in 1 hour and 38 seconds, 30 minutes. Let's see. I mean, this is usually something that will happen if you have. Well, I'm not sure about this. Well, actually, I did take a look at the weekend price action versus the week after the days after the weekend, obviously. And if we get if we get a dump on the weekends, we usually see bullish continuation on the days to come. And if we see some type of bullish price action on the weekends, we do, in my opinion, more than 50% of the time we do see continuation in the other direction compared to the weekend price action. I do think that we are going to see a dump here. I'm actually going to start looking at a potential short here. I'm gonna put an alert right below that wick, and I'm gonna be trying to position myself short in the next couple of hours, just as a hedge against my spot long. So I'm still in a major long position on Bitcoin. So if you're not in any position on Bitcoin, I wouldn't recommend shorting here. I'm not like shorting here is shorting against the high time frame trade, and that's not a good idea. But if you know how to hedge your positions, and if you have experience with that and know what you're doing, it might be a good idea, right? Right, so now let's take a look at, we're gonna keep the alerts on Bitcoin, and we're gonna take a look at the shorting request. Let's see if we have anything here. We got the, let me, just a second here. Well, it's not really, I mean, I got people in the chat talking about a pretty bad dump, and it, not really. I mean, it's not really. We're testing a support level, and this is usually what happens, right? Price, but we have broken the 20 EMA right here. I will take a look at Ethereum too. Let's do that first. Actually, let's take a look at Ethereum first. Yeah, so Ethereum is now testing that major support level right here. So I really like the price action for Ethereum. Man, this chart is way too messy. I need to remove everything here. This is just too much. It seems like Ethereum is retesting that support area. The problem, however, with this is, if Bitcoin has a major move to the downside, we're most likely going to see Ethereum follow. So we're going to be looking at what levels are of most importance and of interest for Ethereum if we get that Bitcoin move down to, let's say, where is it? So if we get that Bitcoin move down to let's say 20k, how far down are Ethereum going to go? Because if you look at Ethereum and Bitcoin, they have a similar price structure. The only difference really is that the breakout move on Ethereum was not really as major as the breakout move on Bitcoin, right? And I'm thinking, it's a tricky situation, because if you look at Ethereum here on the daily, the structure that we formed prior to the Bitcoin breakout was this, right? And we are now testing that level. But if you look at Bitcoin, that structure is all the way down here, which makes me think that this just looks like an absolutely beautiful level to retest, right? For Bitcoin, it's just such an obvious W formation on the daily, coming down and testing this level. It's probably confluent with the RLC too, right? So it's just a fantastic, yeah, look at that. It's just, it's a fantastic level to retest for Bitcoin. I really do think and hope actually that Bitcoin comes down here with around the bottom. If that happens, we're gonna be looking to go long, right? And I'm gonna close all my short positions, and I'm most likely gonna add to my long exposure. The problem, however, is that if Bitcoin gets this move down to this level where Ethereum actually is testing right now, so I'm thinking Ethereum might come back down to the at least the 500 area, right? So you have some support level around the 500 area, and I'm thinking we might come down and test that. And yeah, of course, like when everybody's looking for a retest, and like you gotta realize that Bitcoin, if Bitcoin is bullish on the retest here, if Bitcoin is bullish on that retest, we will most likely not stay down there for long, because that's just how Bitcoin moves in a bull market. It comes down and it touches the level and it just flies away, right? That's usually what happens when the bull market is in full force and Bitcoin is extremely bullish. So if we get, like, what I'm looking for is like two different scenarios here, right? Either a daily wick and a daily close above that level, that's gonna make me buy this level, right? And there's gonna be that the low of that wick will be my invalidation level, or these, depending on your risk appetite or whatever you want to call it, right? That's my first scenario, and that's the most bullish scenario, where you just get a wick and there's so much buy power down here that we're just gonna wick right up again, right? The second scenario is, you know, what if we get a move down and we start to kind of form, you know, ranging action here. If that happens, it's very important to be patient, right? It's very important, in my opinion at least, to be patient, because that means that the buy pressure, the buy power wasn't really that strong down here, and I do expect a explosive reaction to this level. If Bitcoin is bullish, I do anticipate an, you know, explosive reaction down at the 19 to 20k area. If, however, we don't get that, that's a sign, for me at least, that we haven't really, you know, people aren't really sure, right? The market isn't really sure if this is the new major support level for Bitcoin, because we have some really good levels below. Like we have some, let me show you. I got a new shot here. I mean, we have some very interesting levels below, like some really high time frame levels below. I think that's like the 16, 14, 12k area or something like that. So and the thing is, like, we can come down and test the 16k area, and I would still be bullish on Bitcoin on the high time frame. So you gotta realize that just because we're getting a medium time frame reversal doesn't mean we can't come down and test the major areas below, right? So look at this, right? We have a very strong level. Let's adjust this. Let's just remove this. It's not really valid anymore. But we have a very, very strong area on the weekly. We got two levels right here. We have the 16k area where the weekly 20 EMA is, and we have the 14k area, right? You gotta remember that on the higher time frames, Bitcoin is still extremely bullish if we get a move down here, right? So it's absolutely possible, and that's why I want to short my long position. You get, like, I'm long up here, right? So I get a fat Bitcoin spot exposure up here. I obviously do not want to lose, you know, 40% of that value, but I'm okay with holding Bitcoin all the way down if I have a short hedge open, because I do believe that Bitcoin is not going below 10k. I know a lot of people say that, but I mean, come on, guys. Like, do you think Bitcoin is going below 10k? Not if it's bullish. If we go below 10k, I'm out. Like, I'm out. I'm short. I'm selling my spot exposure. No way I'm holding Bitcoin below 10k. And actually below 14k, I'm gonna be getting very nervous, right? And if we get a strong down to the downside, like down to 14k, like in the next couple of days, that's gonna start, you know, I'm gonna start thinking about this right here. So not happy about that, right? But so with that said, because of that, we have to be very careful when we actually get that move down here. What I'm looking for as confirmation is a rounded bottom. Like I always say, a rounded bottom. If you get a rounded bottom and a breakout, it's all good, right? I want to see like a, let's say, best case scenario, and this will probably not happen, but best case scenario, daily W breakout, reclaim this level. That's my buy signal, right? You could buy here, but really I think, you know, reclaiming this area right here, and especially if we get a low time frame bounce down here, that's the level I'm going to be looking at, right? Obviously we're getting that breakdown right now. I'm gonna start averaging in on a short position right here. Gonna see like what's my, so I'm gonna start averaging in on a short position right here and increase that position when we have confirmation of the breakdown. Right. So let's see, the leverage I'm using on this is 10x. There we go. So I'm going to start increasing that short position if we see confirmation. And if we reclaim this level again and start grinding upwards, I'm most likely going to close that short position. Right, so now let's... Alright, so that's Ethereum, right? I think we're hitting a major support area right now for Ethereum. Something like that, right? And this is obviously a very interesting area for Ethereum, and a very yeah, no one. That's the support area for Bitcoin. If Ethereum, so if we can hold this support area, I do think we're obviously going higher, right? And the levels I had on the chart was based on the weekly order blocks and the fib levels. Let's see if we can. Right, so if we can hold the 382 here, that's fantastic, right? And I'm super bullish on Ethereum if that happens. So we have right. So the 50% level here is obviously a very interesting target area for a Ethereum long. So if we hold this area, I definitely think a long is a great idea here. And the 618 is in a very good position right here, and I think this would be a great trade if we hold this level, right? The invalidation level here should be like the stop loss level should be either here or below that level. So either below 530 or below 570, depending on where you get the bounce. Like if you get a nice 4-hour rounded bottom like this and a reclaim of the upper part of that support and continuation, you can use this level as your stop loss, but I would recommend using this 575 level as your stop loss. And like I said, it's all dependent really on what Bitcoin decides to do here. It's all about Bitcoin, right? So it's all about Bitcoin. So we got a question on YouTube. What do you think about TIA on BTC dominance? If we follow TIA, I think it's a good idea to be on all. Daily time frame showing big inverse head and shoulders, and currently daily. Right, let's take a look at the BTC dominance then. Right. Right, so this is BTC dominance, and to answer your questions, what about using TA on the BTC dominance? Well, yeah, we have of course you can use TA on the BTC dominance, but what I'm seeing here is a extremely bad time to buy altcoins. Like you're talking about a massive or a big inverse head and shoulders on the daily. No, probably not. Like it's the way you should, or the way I do TA on Bitcoin. I mean the BTC dominance. You can do the TA however you want, like whatever works, right? But I only look at horizontal levels and market structure. So if the market structure is bearish, that's good for all coins. If the market structure is bullish, that's good for not good for all coins, right? So I like to use the daily and the 4-hour, and look at the daily levels, and then kind of try to judge, do we have how is the BTC dominance reacting to the levels, and are we getting a reaction and start of a bearish market structure in the low time frames, bounce, getting reacted off a daily resistance area, and obviously we have some type of resistance area right here. So we're actually right now inside a major resistance area on the BTC dominant chart, but it's major bullish, right? It's major bullish price action here for, I don't know if I can call it price action, but candle action, let's call it candle action. We got some bullish candle action right here on the BTC dominance, which means you should probably not be buying altcoins versus BTC. Like, I see a lot of people that they're on Twitter and they're in the Nest Club and they're talking about like, well, man, my altcoin positions are all red. Like, why why are you buying altcoins? Like, you should probably not be investing in altcoins. Trading altcoins with a tight risk management schedule and, you know, plans and, you know, only risking a small amount, that's a whole nother question, right? Because you can find altcoins in this market, even with the BTC dominance looking like this, with, you know, perfect TA bullish market structure that you could be buying to make a couple of percent, right? But don't invest in altcoins when it looks like this. That's just a terrible idea, right? This is just a terrible idea. The BTC dominant chart screams, do not buy altcoins. I'm not a hodler. I have no long-term positions. I don't really care about that type of stuff. I'm only a short-term trader. I want to get in and out as quickly as possible and increase my holdings as much as possible by day trading, right? And for me, it makes no sense to buy altcoins when the BTC dominance is bullish, because that's my sign of not buying altcoins. I buy altcoins when the BTC dominance looks like this. I buy altcoins when the BTC dominance looks like this. This is your altcoin season, right? This is your altcoin season. This is your do not buy alt season. This is your buy alt season. This is buy alt season. This is buy nothing alt season. And this is buy no alts. And this is buy no alts, right? So you kind of get the what I'm saying here, right? The fact that we are testing resistance on the BTC dominance right now, the fact that we are testing resistance means that we have a potential reversal going on, a potential low time frame to medium time frame reversal coming for the BTC dominance because we're at resistance. But we have no sign of that, whatsoever, right? It's just bullish, bullish, bullish. What you need to see to, you know, for the first sign of a breakdown, you need to first add some levels. Here's one level, here's one level, here's one level. Breaking any of these and then coming, like breaking this one, then a bearish retest, coming down, breaking this one, bearish retest. Now you're gonna start looking at altcoins, right? And you might get in like a nice couple of trades in this area right here, but we're probably gonna bounce down here again, right? So it's all about getting in and out quick whenever BTC allows you to do so, right? Bitcoin will show you when it's possible to trade altcoins. And you gotta remember, guys, like when you buy an altcoin versus BTC, you're shorting Bitcoin. It's very important to remember. I keep telling you guys that. So when you look at this chart right here, for example, this is the GBP versus the Swiss franc. If you buy this chart, you're gonna be shorting the Swiss franc, and that's exactly the same thing. If you buy an altcoin versus Bitcoin, you're going to be shorting Bitcoin. You're opening a short position on Bitcoin, which is important to know because you should probably not be shorting Bitcoin in a massive uptrend. You should only be shorting Bitcoin or buying altcoins versus Bitcoin when Bitcoin is showing slight weakness or a slow bleed to the downside or ranging action, you know. When Bitcoin is moving as heavily as it has the last couple of weeks, you will see some altcoin windows, but you're not going to be seeing any altcoin seasons, and I don't think we're ever going to see an altcoin season again. We're going to be seeing altcoin windows that's going to last a couple of days or up to a couple of weeks and maybe a month, right? But that's not going to happen until Bitcoin decides to really, you know, take it easy for a couple of days or weeks. Let's go back to Bitcoin. Well, it seems like this support level just don't really want to let go. But as soon as we, you know, get a proper, let's say 4-hour close below, that's obviously going to be a reason to be low time frame bearish, but still medium high time frame bullish. Right, so in the chat we have EGLD. Let's take a look at EGLD versus USDT and Bitcoin. EGLD USDT. We're gonna start with that one. What are we seeing here? Yeah, so it's obviously quite bullish, right? We have some major break and retest going on right here. We have that level right there. We have this level right there. So yeah, all right. So this is nice. I like this. If you want to be buying this, you have a beautiful support area right here, right? Which means that if this area bounces, we can look at a... So if you break this area to the upside, if you get a breakout here, you can view this as the, you know, confirmed bounce off a support level, right? So you have you get the breakout here, round the retest, and it comes down again for a second round of this. If you continue upwards here, you can definitely view this as the confirmed bounce, right? What you could do that in that case, you can use this as your invalidation level for a long, which could look something like this, right? So the stop loss on this one is probably going to have to be, well, it's 10%, so I think that makes sense, right? And you're going to be looking for a move like this, right? Either you buy the breakout at, you know, 27 or something like that, 27.5, I don't know, something like that. You buy the breakout of this level, which is 27.1, let's say 27.1. You can buy the breakout, or you can buy the break and retest. The safest option is to buy the break and retest to make sure you're not buying fake out. You can combine these two methods by buying a smaller amount of the breakout to kind of feed your FOMO, right? A smaller amount, like 25 to 50% of your desired position, and then enter with the rest of that position on the retest. Now, if you don't get a retest, you're still in position, right? And if it's a fake out, you're gonna only lose a very small amount. Now let's take a look at EGLD BTC. Beautiful, beautiful. Well, god damn it. Yeah, so we had this beautiful setup in the Bird Nest. It came up and we tested the we took out the third take profit. Did I move my stop loss here? God damn it, like I have to check that one. Hopefully I did not, we did not move the stop loss up. Maybe we did. Let's see. Man, this hat is very warm. Yeah, so actually I told you guys you should probably have exited this one, which at the time obviously was a good idea. We exited around this area right here for a very nice trade. So at the time that was obviously a good idea. You can always, you know, in hindsight you can always feel stupid for doing something like that, but it's that's just the way it is, right? That's just better safe than sorry, right? So possible new setup on EGLD, yeah, quite likely. This is actually looking quite good versus Bitcoin, which is nice, right? So Bitcoin is getting a move down. We might actually start to see some nice trades on altcoins versus BTC, honestly, here, if the BTC dominance allows. So I'm just gonna take a look at that one right here. Yeah, look at that, look at that. So maybe we're seeing something interesting here. EGLD BTC, it's pumping. I would say that we're going to be looking at this level right here. That level right there, we have to go into the hourly, see if we can make that a zone. Yeah, definitely, I think that makes sense to draw as a resistance area. I kind of want to use that whole area right there, but I'm probably going to use that wick. So a reclaim of this area would likely mean a long, because notice how this, you know, the wick, the first retest of this area came up and tested the the short RLC. I hope it's a short RLC. I'm just gonna look stupid here. Right, so we came up and we tested the short RLC. Got rejected the first time around, but we're now coming up and we keep on testing that level. So it's most likely going to break. We are going to confirm bullish market structure again if we break above this area. So I might actually look for a new long on EGLD BTC, and that will look something like, you know, up to the last take profit here. So I'm looking for a reclaim of that area, just a simple break and retest of this area right here. Now, I'm not really sure where I would want to have my stop loss, but I know that I want to have my take profit up in that region right there. I mean, even with obviously the stop loss level needs to be adjusted whenever we have the break and retest. Algo USDT, I'm going to talk about the Algo USDT. Now we're going to take a look at Algo, yeah, Algo. Algo USDT, yeah, fuck me, man. Obviously not the type of reaction that we were looking for. I really liked this this candle right here. It's just such a shame that Bitcoin comes along and just screws with a beautiful setup. I mean, I still like this. And when do you think to start a short on? I've already started opening a short on Bitcoin. So I've already started opening a short on Bitcoin. But I would probably increase that with a 4-hour close below the 236 here, which is 22,625 or something like that. So I'm most likely going to increase that short hedge if we break below this area. Algo USDT, I still very much like this setup, but as always, you gotta be careful when Bitcoin moves, when Bitcoin dumps. Hopefully Bitcoin won't dump too much, because if it does, this setup will get stopped out. It's just that's just the way it is, right? So if you think Bitcoin is gonna dump, it makes no sense to stay in a altcoin versus USDT trade, because they're most likely gonna dump with Bitcoin, right? The idea here is you risk small, you win big, right? If this one gets stopped out, like we went long on Bitcoin, right? Because it showed strong potential for a breakout, right? We went long on Algo because it showed perfect TA and retest of trendline, the major breakout, all that kind of stuff. And with Bitcoin possibly breaking out, Algo had a very high possibility of also following Bitcoin. Now, if that doesn't happen, obviously the ideas will be invalidated and we will lose whatever we risk. And but you made me look at this trade. It's a possible a possible 6R trade. So having a couple of small losers, you're gonna make that back with the winners, right? That's how trading works. That's what it's all about, right? All right, guys. So I've been streaming for almost an hour now. I'm going to or is it an hour? I think so. I'm gonna go through all the short requests and all the questions before I go. So if you have any questions left, feel free to ask them in the chat, obviously. And guys, remember to sign up to the newsletter. You're probably seeing it up. Should have some scrolling text up there. So go to thebirdnest.com and sign up for the newsletter. We are going to get some stuff coming for you. And it's not only for new members, right? It's not only for new members. Obviously, we're gonna have stuff for our loyal customers too, of course, because it's Christmas. And I'm not sure what we're giving away, but we're gonna give away some stuff, most likely. That's why I have the hat on. XRP USDT, yeah. So Algo, we got Algo. What else do we have? Do we have anything in the chat? We have what do we have? Link BTC. I'm just gonna take a look. I'm gonna do the Nest Club chat first, and if I have time for the Twitter and YouTube chat, I'll take a look at those too. XRP USDT. Right. So we have some nice levels here. We bounced up that one. Right, so on XRP here. We are seeing a nice retest of the 618 here, which I really like. Now, the trade here would be to... this would be the trade, right? You want to long somewhere inside the long RLC right here. And your first take profit should be at the first trouble area, which is going to be this area above for a, well, let's say around 15% profit. Your stop loss should be, the safest option would be to put your stop loss below this wick right here. But you also have that major area right there, which is kind of confluent with the lower part of the RLC. So that would be a good stop loss too. Now, what you need to wait for is this type of price action, right? So you need to wait for this type of price action where price kind of comes down, shows bullish market structure inside the RLC, and then breaks out, right? Now, the best case scenario is you go long on that break and retest. But if you start to see this pattern right here, you could just go long inside the short RLC. But this isn't always going to work, right? So if we look at BNT BTC, I'm going to show you where that didn't work and where it's very important to wait for the actual break and retest. We started to see a low time frame W right here, right? But we never had the breakout. But we never had the breakdown. We started falling. Now the same idea should be applied to XRP USDT here, where you wait for that W structure inside the long RLC, and you long the break and retest, right? That's what I'm looking at on XRP. Let's take a look at COTI USDT too. COTI USDT. Yeah, it's obviously in the major support area right here. I like this. Something like that. Probably also, it's probably not the RLC, but maybe the 50. Right, so it's actually hitting the 618 beautifully here, right? On the daily. So you go down into the 4 hour, and you want to look for the same type of structure here, right? You want to look for this. This is the type of structure you want to look for, right? You see, you get that W, breakout, retest. So we want to see a move like this, right? Where you buy somewhere in this area, stop loss is going to be below that area. And first trouble area should be the high. And then you just trail your stop up or whatever you want to do. And the last take profit should probably be around that area somewhere. That's what I'm looking at on COTI USDT. We got GRT USDT. That's the new one, right? Yeah, this is hard, right? So we had some... I showed two possible setups yesterday on GRT, and we now have a possible bearish market structure forming here. So gotta be careful with this one. I would be looking for a reclaim of the 0.7 before I go long on this one, and that setup would probably look, something like this. I don't know. That's a very wide stop loss, but something like that. You gotta judge the chart with the price action it's giving you, and this chart right here tells you need very, very wide stops because the swing areas and the structure of this price action. Obviously, you don't have a lot of price history, so it's going to be hard. And I'm just not going to buy this. I'm not going to trade this. It makes no sense at all. But a reclaim of 0.7 makes sense. What do you think about the price, the Bitcoin price correlation that is happening right now? You got to be more specific about that one. I'm not sure what you mean. Correlation to what? Right, so let's take a look at Link BTC. I'm gonna do this quick because I really gotta go in just a couple of minutes. And I just want to say a huge thank you to everyone joining today. I'm gonna do a stream tomorrow too, so make sure to tune in on that one. And not sure what time I'm gonna do the stream tomorrow. Let me check that. Tomorrow I'm gonna do the stream at by the way, guys, it's my birthday today, which is pretty crazy. Like, it's not crazy, it's just my birthday, but I just guess, yeah, I wanted to let you know for some reason. The webinar tomorrow is most likely gonna be at the at 9 a.m. UTC. Yeah, so we're hitting Link BTC here. We're hitting the high time frame RLC here, right? So check this out. We're hitting the high time frame RLC here, which is just fantastic, right? A beautiful area to be a buyer. What you want to do here is you want to wait for some type of bullish market structure in here too, right? Something like that. I mean, that would be just fantastic, right? That's the Link BTC shot. Link USDT. Yeah, so man, this looks like shit. Showing signs of a potential medium to high time frame breakout here, breakdown. A bullish break in market structure, a bearish break in market structure. God damn, I'm so stressed I can't even talk. Link USDT needs to reclaim $13 for me to want to go long, right? That's what I'm saying. Like $13, that's what you want to see. All right, guys. Thank you all for all the happy birthday wishes. I do appreciate all of you. Like, it's really sitting here and doing a stream like this might not be the best. It's actually the best way to celebrate the birthday. I really do think so. You guys are awesome. So thank you a lot for joining and supporting me and all that kind of stuff, and supporting the Nest. I wouldn't be here without you guys. You guys are the reason for me being here. So I'm super grateful and thankful for you guys. You guys are the best, really. Right. What's going on with Bitcoin? Yeah, fuck this. We're going down. We're most likely going down. We're going down. We're going down. Sell everything. No, don't sell everything. Don't sell nothing. Just be patient. Bitcoin is gonna pump sooner or later. Right. That's it. See you guys. Take care. See you guys tomorrow. 1 hour earlier than today. If I missed anything, just tag me in Discord. Whatever. Take care.